All right, it's live. Hello, beautiful family. Listen, this grizzly bear behind me took a snow day, so he's going to be with us today temporarily. He has popped in here because you see that beard? He needs to be told that he's pretty, okay? I bought him a t-shirt for Christmas. It's got an old man and a beard on it, and it says, "Touch my beard and tell me I'm pretty." So, y'all tell him he's pretty.
You couldn't told me that Monday when I was there, or Tuesday when I was there. I would have touched his beard.
Yeah, he needs.
If you touch his beard, if you stroke his beard, does he give you good luck?
I don't know. When he shaves his head, the littles all come and rub his head like it's good luck. It's like a homemade 8-ball.
Well,
all right.
Go ahead. You want to talk about yesterday's events that we were just talking about, and wondering why there was a person that wasn't at the ceremony?
We can bring it up, and then we'll get into it a little bit harder when we get past the Taco Bell Johnny Cash Day. But he's in there singing Johnny Cash now. I've started something. Okay. Yeah, interesting. So the funeral that had all of the past presidents, 4.0, 8.0, whatever, was quite interesting. I think there were some comms in there, but obviously none of these people are the originals.
Yeah, I sent you a picture, and now I remember who Laura Bush looked like.
Who's that?
Do you remember in the movie Beetlejuice at the end when he had to wait in line?
Yeah.
And he was sitting there with this awkward seat. That's what I saw when I saw Laura Bush. I'm like, she's not alive, is she?
Here we go.
Yeah, it was just like her neck looked so uncomfortable.
Well, those masks can't be comfortable.
That's true.
Okay, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melania looks like she's joining a convent.
I know. Yeah. What is that a comm? Or is she
and I'm like,
she always dresses in a comm.
Her dresses, every one that she has is a message. We just have to decipher it.
Yeah, but it's almost like
to decipher the collar. I can't see what the collar is.
I was looking for her to wear those old-fashioned shoes, those heavy shoes with the big heel. That's what I was waiting to see.
Yeah, she just needs a habit on her head, and she is ready for the convent. So, and her hair looks kind of a little messed up. You know, normally she's in perfect, appearance.
Part of the calm.
And she looked like she came out of she looks like she came out of a windstorm. And I thought, ooh. Okay.
But also, you know what? She could be depicting the TV series. What is that? Handmaid or something like Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
I wonder if that's what she's trying to get.
Well,
wouldn't she? Well, I would have said she would be dressed in red, but you're at a funeral.
Oh, that's right. Well, as you can tell, I never watched the movie. I never watched the show, so it just reminded me of that kind of era.
Yeah, it was interesting. All right, we'll look into it here in a little bit. Today's topic. All right, Johnny Cash Day. That's what we're calling it.
But I am ready. Here I am in the ring of fire.
Okay, we're gonna.
I hear that train a coming.
It's karaoke day, so. All right. I'm always picking on Nadia about she's sending me all this snow and cold weather. Yeah, really? It's usually coming down from the north. This time I'm sending her the snow. So
I get snow. We got snow.
Yeah.
He's not happy because he wants to be out there.
JoJo sent me pictures. Joe Patrice, she's got snow in South Carolina.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So,
I know. Shock face. Whew.
Let's say Cecilia. Cecilia, how cold is it in Florida?
Yeah, Florida. They're probably freezing because it's like 60 degrees or something. Oh, and y'all keep Rocco in your prayers. He had to go out people-eating today.
Ooh.
Peopling?
Peopling. He's out peopling. He had to people. Hey, we were texting earlier. He said, I got to go out in public. And I'm like, I'm praying for you, honey.
Just as long as he's not peopling near an electric fence, that's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
People.
Well, it's electronic store. Does that count?
Ah, there you go.
Okay. All right. So the Ring of Fire, and that, for anybody that's not familiar with what we're talking about, it is I'll bring up a map. It is a formation of volcanoes around our planet.
He's pulling the map. Dennis is pulling the map, right?
Ooh, okay. Don't you love it? We always try to do, he's like having an animatronics in the show. Great. All right. So this is one. Did King send this one to me? I don't know. You both sent me one. They were pretty similar. So King wins today. So this is about 25,000 miles or 40,000 kilometers, and it forms this shape. Now, when Nadia was here the other day, I told her, I said, I have a theory, because it's not just the physical area of where it is. It's about the energy. It's like why is it this way? And it's not so much shifting of tectonic plates and the continental drift and getting into all that stuff. It's more about energy and underneath it. And why is it formed? But it looks like it's in the shape of a serpent or a snake. And if you guys remember a while back when we had DHP and Rock on, we were studying that old map, and it had this snake on it.
Well, then I have that if you want it.
Okay. You can send it. And then I have this interesting. You guys may have seen this on the internet. It's satellite feed of this shape that's in that area that's supposed to be a serpent head. So I wonder if this is tied in, like the energetic, it's what they call that Pythos spirit, or you know what I'm saying? It's like a python. And if Nadia gets that map sent to me, I'll bring it up, because we had the whale in the center, like with all the land, but then it had a snake trying to devour. So is this really negative energy trying to suppress something very important? And what I mean by that is underground, when these volcanoes erupt, they push up this pressure granite, and inside the stone of granite are crystals. Well, we've talked about the spirituality of crystals and the energy that they have. And around this area, they have the largest crystal caves underground. So,
Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, this one's in Mexico. So, I mean, these are massive life size, like bigger than humans. So my question is is the volcanoes suppressing these beautiful crystals? Because we've kind of gotten into these crystals activating and helping with our crystalline bodies, and or just helping us heal. And this is where you get into Atlantis stories, which this is a deep rabbit hole. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's tied in? Did you even get into any of that? Or did you just stick with, they're just big volcanoes in a circle?
Yeah, and earthquakes, yeah.
And earthquakes.
And we're done. Well, this is the best one I can get, so I'm sending it to you right now, Jen. Okay. I know I had it, but I may have deleted it, so we'll see. Well, I did get, there has to be something there because of the way it is designed. It's almost like a horseshoe. It is almost like a horseshoe. It's not like a circle. It's almost like a horseshoe.
Yeah, it's a horseshoe. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it drawing energy in? Hold on a second.
Right. Like ley lines. Now, Mary Jean has a good point. The crystalline grid, because there's a grid pattern where these crystals are located on Gaia.
Mhm.
But energetically and spiritually, are the volcanoes are they suppressed until Mama Gaia needs a release of this energy and then it comes to the surface? I know it's far fetched, but so are we. So
Well, I'm going to be yes.
Or what is it, Dennis?
Soft yes.
You
okay.
gotta say yes. Could it be where maybe Lemuria was originally there,
Like the land of Mu,
the land of Mu?
also Atlantis, because we know that I'm pretty sure that we agreed that there's multiple Atlantis as far
Yes.
as the grid patterns of where these cities were all over the world.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, Nadia just sent me that picture, so I'll bring it up. So if you're new here, a few months ago, maybe even almost a year ago,
Hmm.
we studied this ancient map.
Do you guys happen to hear a dog whistle? Oh, you stopped now, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say he wants to go OUT, but I know to spell it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is an old map that we looked at, and if you look in the center, the continents form this whale, and we've been taught that the whale is like the holder of the Akashic records.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it being squeezed out by the outer rim of it, which is like in the form of a snake, a Pythos? And our current prophecies that we have, like Kim Clement, and a lot of them have talked about the spirit of Pythos is choking everybody out, but it's not going to win. So, do these volcanoes suppress that healing energy? And if you look into the mountain ranges that they belong in, these are the most popular for off-worlder sightings.
Mm-hmm.
These mountain site locations for their underground system and abductions, and the story goes on and on and on. So,
I just got something now, whether it's a distraction or not.
okay.
Could that map, that whale that you just showed,
Okay.
could that all originally be the Ring of Fire? You know how the ice
The
wall?
whole thing.
Yeah. Do you know how the ice wall, once that melts, will have more land? I
Yep.
wonder if that was an original and then that expanded and that you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Because I'm looking at that snake or whale, whatever it was. I'm looking at that snake and I'm seeing it almost looks like the Ring of Fire. The shape.
Well, let me bring it back up here.
Yeah, I can't. I'm looking for it here. Oh, Dennis is lifting it up for you.
Oh, are you going to lift?
Bring it down.
That's some heavy lifting, love.
Well, he thinks he's Atlas.
Got the world on his shoulders.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. When was this? This was January 17th when we had this
Yeah,
show.
it was almost a year.
2024. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, full circle.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's interesting because we talk about the dome.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all connected, obviously we're not in this. Well, I don't know. We may still be in this shape, and they keep messing with us and telling us. I think that our continents are much closer than what they actually are,
Mm.
and they mess with us with this matrix system. But that's just me. Anyway, so that led me to wonder if that the crystal system underneath is being suppressed by these volcanoes. Is there a reason that off-worlders have buried themselves? They've been here forever, so they chose these locations because of the energy. Are they mining these crystals? Like, what's going on? So these are some of the questions that I came up with.
Mm.
What says you?
Well, you want to deep dive into those questions? Let's
Well,
do the
yeah,
first
but I want to
one.
get your opinions first of where you went with this.
Well, I mean, it's really hard because for me, I was deep diving, and you have all of these trenches that are very deep. So you got that movie that you guys really love, The
The
Trenches.
abyss.
The Abyss, yeah. And then you have those under the water. So
Yes.
that does explain, like you were saying, off-worlders living maybe under there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, could it be the location of Mu, where all the crystals is what they really worked with?
Yeah.
So I would like to deep dive that.
Okay.
Also, it's amazing that how many people live around this ring of fire.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're going to be exposed to volcanoes and earthquakes,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 100 million people alone in the Philippines live in that area. 1.2 billion in China live in the area of the Ring of Fire. They're always constantly exposed
Yeah.
by these earthquakes, and so it's like you would common sense maybe says you don't want to live there.
Well, now we could say that about Hot Mike up there because he's up there near earthquake territory and he's not too far from Yellowstone. So, Hot Mike, where's your common sense? Are you moving?
My sense has never been common.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's there, Jen.
That is
Jeez.
true. That is true.
Okay, we've answered that question.
He's going to go
I
against
am
the
a
grain.
unique person.
This is true, love. We know.
But I mean, we now know we're staying where we're supposed to stay on the ley lines too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that I get. There are a couple other questions that I have, but I'd like to go with yours, Jen, and let's see if we could deep dive some stuff.
Okay. King, how far did you get into the CD of Ring of Fire? I know that's what you were studying.
Not
The picture
far
behind
because
him.
I was too busy working on my car yesterday. So
Yeah, what's the update on vroom
the
vroom?
update on the car is I had the tow guy come out to
Oh,
get ready to tow it to the dealership.
Oh,
But then that would have cost me $180, which I did not have. So he talked me down into, well, let's try charging the battery up for 80.
okay.
Well, I says I got power. I just don't have the engine turning over. So, but he jump started it and it ran fine. He says what happens is when it gets really cold here and you let it sit for a few days, you're not going to get it to turn over during the winter, I guess.
It's just not enough voltage to turn it over. So
Yeah.
when you do get some money, consider getting a cold amp battery.
Well, that's
So
not me. I also got yesterday I went out and bought a portable charger.
okay, yeah.
yeah, I
In case
have
run
that.
into
I love
again.
that. I love that thing. Did they check the alternator? Like, is
Well,
it holding the juice?
one guy at AutoZone says it could be the alternator, but I don't think so.
No, because
If
it
you've
wouldn't
got
have any power at
if you've got
all.
power, yeah, it's
No, the alternator I think works until you shut off the car, right?
No. It holds the juice, keeps your battery charged, so
Yeah.
it'll turn over. If it's not turning over, it could be the starter or a low amp battery problem.
yeah. That's what
I mean, little things could be plugs and wires, and it's not firing on all cylinders. But how did this show turn into a mechanic show? I don't know. But
Probably because you wanted a new
You know,
engine.
within the
today.
engine, there are spark plugs which are in the ring of fire.
exactly.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay.
Now,
We're
see
back
how
on
we
top.
bring it all the way around?
So many, yeah, that's a lot of different
Circle back.
locations.
Okay.
Got it.
circle
Got it. Okay. Well, I am praying for your vehicular. Okay.
Well, thank you.
All right.
And my vehicular, and thanks you too.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Cletus.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you want to start with question wise?
What was your first question?
Well, is the serpent energy Pythos? Like, does it kind of hover around this area, this ring of fire?
Okay. The circle you're talking about the old map.
Yeah, but if we have evolved into this horseshoe shaped, maybe the snake has moved. So
Okay. So you want to know if this circle is Pythos' energy.
yeah,
Okay.
if there's a, and maybe that's why the dark off-worlders like to hover there, because the energy is more negative. I'm not talking about the people that live there. I'm talking about, underground. And
Yes. Is the
Yes.
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 What was it? Let's see on your cards, Jen. I don't know that it looks like there was an incantation there, like oh, for generations ago. Oh, maybe that's
It's
energy.
it's part of his system, and it almost seems like it's on the move. The spirit of Pythos is on the move, so it's always moving around. It's almost like a trifecta here. Mr. Liren, what are you doing, sir? Okay. Hello. So it's a trifecta. It's one of the forms of energy, but the Pythos spirit is always on the move. There's your full card. He's standing on a world. Kitty cat. You guys have bad timing. This is to bring the negative energy in.
To bring it in. Yeah, it's for me there's something like an incantation. It's using who's the throat chakra? Let me look under who's the throat chakra. America. America is the throat chakra of the world. That's funny.
Well,
America.
We
have said a lot of bullshit, but anyway. What? Yeah.
I hate to jump everybody's question, but that's so true, Cecilia. Isn't 2025 the year of the snake?
Yes. And it's also the year of disclosure. So because the snake is being exposed to the world.
It's the year of Slytherin.
Yeah.
All right, that was one of the questions. Have we completed that one?
Well, I want to ask, is this energy suppressing those crystals from coming up and being activated in order to help activate us as well? Now, we get our energy from God. I'm not taking that away from him, but I'm saying we do use crystals for healing and such. So is that being suppressed?
Yeah. And crystals is also for cleansing the earth.
Get stronger, yes, for those that are near the ring of fire.
That it's suppressing their energy?
There's more energy suppressing the crystals.
Okay, that leads to my question.
Well, I'm glad I led that right on in.
Well, I had it ready here. And I'll do that if it's about the people living there.
Look there, you don't even need to get a Vippy out yet.
I want to get that.
Wow, it is suppressed. It leaves them out for the people that live around there. They're kind of left out of the real true healing energy that's beneath there. But ultimately, it's always God and our faith that does it. I know that we don't have to have the crystals, but if people wanted to use them, it's just like these. And down in Antarctica, and they talk about these healing pools, and they use crystals and things like that. If you wanted to take a dip in the fountain of youth, all that stuff's being suppressed from humanity.
Well, crystals is a amplifier.
Yeah.
So it amplifies. Now, your question leads to my question, which was, how many people live in that area? How many times they go through earthquakes and volcanic ashes, which in a positive way, the ashes help give fertile ground.
Yes, it does.
However, if it's being suppressed because negative energy from the people who live there, from this fear of when is the next earthquake or anything,
true.
Is that why the negative dark forces like that area as the ring of fire, and that's why it's suppressed, amplifying that negative loosh?
Good question. I'll pull on that, but it also makes me wonder if they had that spirit of Pythos. They were told this, like it's almost a jail cell. You're only allowed to be in this area. Like God only gives Satan so much control before he kind of ropes him in and says, nope, you can have this, but you can't have that. So I'm wondering if it's God's hand is on everything, of course, but like they're only limited to that area. But okay, let's take a look.
I get a painful yes, and I get a again with the throat, again with the incantation.
It is because I have swords here. Palace of Swords. So this is where all that energy comes from. Okay, to withhold thoughts, words, downloads. This is a place of higher knowledge and wisdom. Remember that leads me back to the original map. If the Akashic records and all of that ancient wisdom and all of our history is there, is that Pythos ring of fire kind of sucking it all in? Does that make sense? Or holding it back and suppressing it? But the devil comes in here. The people that live there, they just feel that they're drawn to it. It's almost like a temptation. They're free to go anytime they want to. Some people are drawn to it. But it would be no, thank you, Wings. He's trying to explain to me. He said it's no different than if you live in California and you're always at risk for an earthquake or the fires, or you live in the Midwest and tornadoes are a natural thing. Or hurricanes in Florida. You get used to these things and you carry on your daily life. When that season comes around, your anxiety is heightened a little bit. Volcanoes are quite different because they could go literally at any time. It's just like people that live on Yellowstone. I mean, that would wipe out the U.S. and we'd be under a ash winter probably for years. But people don't think about it. They just live there and they don't live in fear, which is a good thing because you don't want people to live in fear.
And now with the amplification of like the news worldwide, not only is that fear centered there, it's all around the world.
Right. Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
So let's see what my other question is.
Okay.
All right. Here's one that got to me yesterday. If they consider the Earth being a flat Earth, all right, and there's tectonic plates, and this is one of the things now we spiritually don't understand. Is this real, the tectonic plates, or is this not? Or, what level of truth am I in? That's one of the things I was struggling with yesterday. So I said, okay, let's hypothetically say, if the Earth is flat, is there a thing called a tectonic shift?
Well, let's keep in mind, do you remember Elise's model that she had? It's like this flat under a dome, but on a globe. We just have 25,000 miles in diameter. That's the only thing we have access to. And then you have the ice wall. And then Gaia is so much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So she's flat, but she's round. It's both. But the section that we're familiar with under our dome, whether it's there or not, I don't know. I'm not here to split hairs on that. Is there this constant shift and dynamic going on? So you mean underground when whether it's in the trenches in the ocean,
yes,
or on land
or
when
on
they
land.
shift?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading that some places, especially in California, shifted really far.
Mm-hmm.
Like one guy said, my house went 30 miles off.
Wow, that's quite a distance.
Yeah. So, what was that question? I'm trying to figure out, well, how can I put that in a question form?
Well,
Is the tectonic shift an attribution to those earthquakes of the Ring of Fire?
okay. Are they all tied into? Does one activate another?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it does. Or could it be dark deep state doing those earthquakes?
Well, they
Oh,
do have they have a little bit of the technology left, but yeah, they could activate them anytime they want. I think we deep dived once and we asked if they had plans of blowing Yellowstone. They had plans of causing a West Coast tsunami, all kinds of things. That's how you control people.
Fear controls people very well.
Okay, they do work hand in hand. But this is all done by the creator. So he's actually and we know that he gives permission, whether it's the negative says, well, I'm going to do this. He's like, well, you can do that, but you can't do that much of it. He puts limits on what Satan can do or that spirit. So this is still God's creation, and it's meant to do that because it helps relieve pressure. So there is that scientific part to it.
Okay.
But it has a spiritual aspect as well. I mean, God's in everything. So they do go hand in hand. One can activate another, but it can only do what God will let it do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you brought up that globe that Elisa mentioned. And that's what I meant in the beginning. Could the Ring of Fire actually be one of the, what's the word we want to say? Domes? And then expanded, and now we have another dome?
Well, when my gut was telling me when I was studying this, I wonder if it's part of Middle Earth trying to come up. You know how we talked about the tau cycle and how it
Yes.
keeps coming out. I wonder if that is one of the layers. And you could get into Tolkien's the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And that Middle Earth, and it was all lava and volcanoes, and there's a lot involved there. So I wonder if that's
Is it Middle Earth or is it Moo trying to come up?
Well, we got to check if it's
well,
Moo
I'm
or
getting
Vesper.
Moo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Moo.
see.
Well,
Here we go. I'm going to check. Moo.
we're calling the cows. Okay.
Is Moo trying to emerge?
Well, and we know that there was a prophecy that Atlantis would show itself again, but and Lemuria probably would too.
Well, Murray is Moo.
What you get, Dennis? I got a yes.
Yeah, it's it's a release, so it's coming fast. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Winx's base card. All this truth has been stolen from us because they just tell us, no, that's all, mystery or mythology or whatever. That none of that stuff exists. You're getting into Plato and Socrates. That's not real. No, we know better.
Well, even though we like to keep our show light and everybody raising vibration, I do have to get to a dark side of this.
Oh, Darth Vader's coming out. Okay.
You are. Actually, my voice is going, so I can do actually Darth Vader right now. Okay. Because of all of these.
Not your father.
You are not my father? Yeah, you're my little brother.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go again.
All right. Due to all these like major eruptions, volcanic eruption like Mount St. Helen, they created dust storms, which causes food scarcity.
Yes.
All right. So they were talking about the Dark Ages in 1883 in Indonesia. The boom circled 4 times around the world, and people's personal senses were affected, which is
Yeah.
probably a form of ascension, hopefully. And they also noticed that the sunrise and the sunset look different, which is what we see. We're seeing like a purpley pink haze, It is different than what it used to look like.
Yeah.
My question is, if we're following Revelations, could the ring of fire explode so hard that we would cause worldwide famine, the 7 years of famine?
Well, it could be. Well, remember, it's a third and a third and a third, so it's not the whole world.
I get in 3D only.
Yeah, it depends. Remember, we're splitting those timelines again, and we're hoping to ascend to a higher one, but we will have to come back and help those that need it.
Okay. Sorry, John. I'm gonna ask. Jojo McQuill wants to know what is Mu. It's MU.
It's MU, not Marshall University where I
Lemuria.
went. But it's Lemuria. It's just another name. It's the island of Mu, and it's called Lemuria. Nadia, you mentioned like the dust clouds, but it's curious to me that the year that you were talking about is the 1800s. Do you remember when we were studying? I'm going to bring it up, Tartaria, and it seemed like that's. I remember when we did this show with Rock because we thought, why is everyone in a loony bin in the 1800s? Yeah. Remember, everybody was thrown into. You're crazy because people were remembering things differently. They threw them all in the crazy house. Yeah. So that could have been a strong turning point in our timeline that people were ascending. They were one with the earth. Everything was natural. And then the bad guys went, oh, Lord, they're getting out of control. We better do something. So maybe they use these dust clouds. They activate these things and it messes with the third eye and our sense, all that stuff. Now they just use pandemics.
Yeah. Well, funny that you said that. I'm going a little off topic, but in the movie Interstellar,
yes,
there's
one of my favorites.
Yeah, my son's too. It's a correlation between in that movie and what's happening now. First of all, it's a big. Okay, I really went off tangent. First of all, they showed the clones, and then they showed the fog in the movie Interstellar.
Yes.
I was thinking dust storm, but it was actually fog that they showed. And it's so funny that they showed it in that movie and now they're showing it now. So they're
trying to remind people that this is not only a physical war, this is a spiritual war.
She froze.
Oh, boys and girls, did Jen have something important to say?
That they weren't supposed to?
Oops.
Let's see if we can bring her back in.
Guys, come on. Let's use our manifestation. Let's bring Jen back in her own show. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, guys. Wow, they sucked her in that ring of fire. Ring of fire. Well, Dennis, how are you over there?
I am fine.
Just to let you guys know, and they probably will kick me out. So bye, Dennis. They have to show you what they're doing in movies, and when you watch it, you sit there, you're consenting to it, so they do not have the negative karma of what their plan is. So in Interstellar, when they showed the clone and then the fog, if they gave permission, you gave permission. This is how they work. Because you observed it. She said, just lost everything trying to reset. Yeah, I'm going to say, be careful with your words.
You know what we ought to do? As soon as she comes back on, we pop out.
No, we'll say, and that's it. Have a good day, guys. No, she's going to reset. She's going to try to reset. So that's their way of cleaning out their karma, and that we are consenting to it. And this is why I haven't watched a movie in forever. I'm not consenting to any.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Return says me.
Like about a week or two.
What about Jen coming back?
No, about seeing a movie.
Oh, speaking of seeing a movie, let's just have fun, guys, until Jen comes back. All right. Because of the fires in California, J-Lo had a premiere on the movie Stoppable. Guess what? She was stopped. Unstoppable. She was stopped. They had to cancel the premiere.
Huh.
Yeah. The Cecilia, the return of Jen. I love you guys. You guys are so creative. This is awesome. Yeah. She probably went down to the land of Moo to see how everything's going.
I was going to ask you whether or not Shambhala was part of Moo.
We can ask. Is Shambhala part? Well, Shambhala is moving all the time. Is Shambhala part of Moo? I'm getting a yes. It's not strong, but it is a yes.
Is it part of?
Look at this. Half of his head goes in the flames. Dennis, you're such a hot.
I'm hot, man. I'm really hot.
You want some of my snow? Let's see where we're at right now. Well, it's better than yesterday. Oh, I could tell you guys a story, boys and girls, of what happened yesterday. We got 29, but it feels like 17. What do you got? What's your temp over there, Dennis?
46.
Oh,
And it feels like 47.
sucks to be you. Yesterday, I think we had 11. Yeah. Speaking of the temperature 11, I think I told you this last night, but killed the internet and the camera on mic went out. Somebody doesn't want me talking about this. I'm getting messages from Jen and I'm sending it to you guys. And Jen, I'm not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
With you, yes.
I was on the phone, which is very unusual, right, guys? And my neighbor, her house, what do you call it? House sitter, she got locked out. And we're saying we're at 11 degrees, no jacket, nothing.
Ooh.
And she's trying to call me, but she doesn't know my name because she's very new. She knows I visit my neighbor, but she doesn't know who I am. So she didn't know how to even call me. Now, she said she's outside for 2 hours. She decides to be brave enough to come down to my back door where I'm at. However, Snyder's never met her.
Oh.
Snyder watches like 4 houses in our area. He's like, nobody that I don't know comes here. Little sad to say that she is terrified of dogs. So Schneider's dog kept yelling. He kept saying, intruder, intruder. And I kept hearing, and I'm going, someone's getting killed out there. Let me go. I go out in socks and no jacket, nothing.
And you get locked out?
She would, I didn't get locked out, but I brought her in and gave her some tea and did some energy healing to calm her down. And she's okay. We had to find my neighbor. She gave me the code to the garage and it was all good. But man, that was an experience yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah. Either she's never going to leave the house or she's going to be good friends with Schneider. All right. Do we want to continue with the Ring of Fire then?
Well, yeah, a little bit, I guess. You know how many volcanoes are around that Ring of Fire?
There are 2/3 of the world's volcanoes.
More than
I forgot
450.
Let me see. I know I have it here.
75% of the volcanoes are around the Ring of Fire.
There are 452 potential active volcanoes in that Ring of Fire. See how much homework we do for you guys? We love you guys.
90% of the earthquakes occur around this path.
Yep. Let's see. And there are so many.
And you ask why I'm here, because I like the rumble and
the rumble. It actually helps you sleep, right?
I feel the earth move under my feet.
No message from Jen yet. So she's trying to reboot her stuff. Also, let's. I did the dark side. Now let's do the light side.
Yes, please.
Because of all of these earthquakes, that's how they got to study the tectonics and seismography. And here you go. This is for you, Dennis. U.S. Navy was able to launch Operation Fiery Vigil. And they helped Philippines to evacuate in record number when a strong earthquake comes or a volcano.
I'm assuming why we still have ports there for the Navy for immediate evac. I know they closed down Clark Air Force Base, but they'll probably reopen that.
Yes, I think because, like they said, 35,000 people died at earthquakes around those areas. I mean, the homes get destroyed, land gets, displaced.
Yeah.
And yet they still continue to build on it.
Yep.
So this is but it could be their contract to hold the light on that ley line. Okay, she said snow is raging here. She
may be out.
She may be out.
Yeah, she's got the weather coming in. She's probably not going to be able to make it back in.
Well, let me see she's texting me because the computer is completely out. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see what she's saying. She wrote, snow is raging, have no connection. So we can continue. Let's put no more questions, guys. And we'll try to answer what do you think, Dennis?
I've got one question. I think one question in my coffee page, and we can go down the comment the chat box, and we can do questions.
Okay, I'm gonna write to her. We will start answering questions, and then
we will carry on.
Carry on our wayward son. We will start answering questions.
Well, it's funny today. I was driving my great-granddaughter to school this morning, and the one song that comes up is Pink Floyd.
Which one?
We don't need no education.
Okay, so she is very young. What did she think of that song? That's actually...
she was really tired this morning. I don't know if she really even heard it all that much, but she likes the rock.
Okay.
The rock and roll of the 70s and the 80s.
Who doesn't? Come on. But
I mean, she's like, what, going on 14 next month?
That is actually Jen and Michael's favorite song. Okay, I'm going to put that. All right, let's close the questions, and we could talk about one thing that I found amusing yesterday. We talked about Carter's ceremony yesterday, his services, and I found this interesting that Walter Mondale's son, he went up to the podium to give a eulogy, but what he read was his father's eulogy for Jimmy Carter in 2015. So I found it interesting that Walter Mondale, who died, I don't remember how long ago he died, had a eulogy ready for 2015 of Jimmy Carter's death. So remember how we said, didn't he die already 4 times?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
few like that?
Okay. Is that a glitch in the Matrix to show us that he did die already? Is that a glitch in the Matrix?
I'm getting timeline shifts.
Timeline shifts. Oh, wow. And it's funny how we remember that. All right. And then I have one more question, and I'm going to read this message now. Jen says, give everybody her apologies. And we know she doesn't need to give us apologies. She just got to be careful what she says now. It's the weather. It's the weather coming in, and I think she has the Starlink satellite for the internet. And just like satellite, if it's cloudy, you can't get reception. So that was so odd. Those speeches were prepared so far. Yeah, it was, Angie. It was also, I believe, one of the reverends who was speaking in his speech was verbatim word for word from the movie Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that clip on that.
Yeah, when Ben Stiller did a prayer at the table,
Yeah.
that reverend did the same speech. I mean, come on, guys. This is like popcorn weather. This is popcorn time. We're watching this. I mean, sometimes I look and I go, all right, why do they have the presidents there? Why are all the presidents there? And I'll say what Jen mentioned before. When we were not on yet, all the presidents were there except for Big Mike. Michelle Obama, she wasn't on there. So Jen said because if they cloned her, which I don't think they're supposed to clone anymore, it would come out as a male, not a female. I said it. Yes, I did. So that's why they couldn't get a possible clone. But I was looking at most of them. Bill Clinton, he looks so young again. I gotta find his doctor. Hillary had this amazing Botox smile that never came off. And then you got
Because she was wearing a mask.
well, yeah, but I mean,
They all were actually.
Every time they panned to her, she had that same look on her face. And then Laura Bush, man, if I sat like that for 2 hours with a kink in my neck, I don't think she was alive. I think they exhumed her to bring her there to do that because that's an uncomfortable position to sit the way she was sitting. And then the last thing was Trump and Obama were buddies telling jokes. And
Yeah.
boy, did that fury. I didn't see the hyena laughing at that time.
Right. Or her hubby.
And guess who popped in for a surprise visit? Hunter Biden was there.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's amazing. Here's one more question I have regarding that. Carter Center programs. The Carter Foundation has a lot of programs, especially in Ethiopia, Chad, Sudan, Uganda, to try to find water. Was that good humanitarian, which they all said? And I was like, yeah, maybe he was. Or was that Africa being a nefarious project that he had hidden under the water issue?
I'm getting like soft yes, more to it.
Maybe it's the people who took over.
Yeah, it's a stronger yes.
Okay. So they were still trying to do nefarious trafficking under the Carter Center programs. Okay.
Cool.
All right. There was one more thing, but I wanted Jen to be here, so I guess I'm going to wait till Monday on that one.
Okay, we'll put a little star on it so you don't forget.
Yes, here we go, star.
I'm
taking King of One star, and I'm putting it right here.
Oh, that's going to be depressing for King of Wands.
Well, he's not in the corner. She didn't put him in the corner, so he should be happy.
She didn't have time to.
All right, guys, let's go with the questions.
Okay, coffee question.
Okay.
For how long more? This is from Violetta. For how long more we have to be patient?
As long as it takes. There is no time. And for you to ask that question says that you do need more patience. Does that make sense? I'll give an example. I was going to med school. I was going to be a doctor, and I really love medicine. I really love healing, and over after 30 years, I became a healer, and I love what I do. So it took me 30 years to do what I really love to do. So I'm not saying that we have to wait 30 years. I'm just saying when the divine time comes, that's how long we have to wait.
I am getting at this point the plan is April. But according to Kristen, this morning it's July.
Or should I ask to wait till Monday? Okay, what was that? Kristen said what? I heard you.
July. She
July?
said during the sign of Cancer. She said July. And she was talking about the question was about IRS getting the money that's all owed to us and stuff. July.
Well, yeah, because we still have. I think it's going to go in like a trickle, like a waves, because you have people who are already awake, and then you have people who aren't, and they're still trying to get awake. So they're not gonna get anything yet until they open their eyes.
So the ones that have their eyes open will be the ones that start to get them first.
Yeah. Yes.
And as you awaken, then you start getting yours.
Exactly. I think that would probably be easier because
makes sense.
If someone was sleeping and they said they'll probably still be sending their IRS stuff, so they won't even know what their money is for.
Yeah. Thank you for the coffee, Violetta and Marcy. Okay, let us go to the chat box. Trying to find the first question. I know she hasn't starred them all. She forgot some.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I can go that far back.
I can go.
Let me see. All right, now Jen wrote, if you want to click on her coffee page, you can read them, or they can wait till Monday.
Oh, I can read her coffee. Yeah, I can do that. Hang on. I can do that.
Yeah, I heard that South Carolina.
I just don't know where she left off, though.
On her
from
coffee
the last
page?
one. From the last. Vibration in the hip. So I know she's gone through that.
Yeah, that one, yes.
Will there be new land masses off the west coast of California?
No, that's new.
Okay, we'll go with that one. That's from Louise. Will there be new land masses off the west coast of California, other coastal areas, and will this cause tsunamis? So, first question, will there be new land masses off the west coast of California?
Ooh.
Masses, no, I'm getting more islands.
Yes, I mean, yeah, no
Small islands.
Well, okay, will those islands get bigger? Will those islands
The ones that are presently there?
Yes. Will those islands get bigger? I get a yes on that.
I get some.
Yeah. And then will that cause some tsunami? I don't think that.
Other coastal areas. Are there going to be any new land masses off the west coast?
Will there be
Let's say
land masses off the west coast?
Entire west coast.
The entire. No.
More California, but I'm getting yes.
I'm not. It's very, very weak.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, it probably depends on timeline. I mean, it might be, but in the future,
Hmm.
but not right now.
Will this cause tsunamis?
Will the new land masses, is that, or just cause
These new islands that are
these
popping
new
up.
islands? Okay. Will these new islands popping up cause a tsunami?
No, not like we expect.
I mean, the Ring of Fire, maybe. Like if it's very. I mean, I wonder. Let me just ask a
I'm
question.
getting more of a tsunami when the island of Mu comes up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out who's bringing up the island of Mu. Sorry, guys.
And Louise, thank you for the coffees for Jen and Marcy as well.
Okay. That's the only one she has?
Yep.
All right. So I think, do you have the first question there?
Yeah, let me hold on. Caroline. Laura's view says that people have to be exposed to something 7 times before they can see it when they are under hypnosis, like
That's
most
funny.
of sleepers. True or false?
And that's probably where they came up with, if you go advertise, when an advertisement goes 7 times, that's when people actually consider buying it. So
Yeah, I'm getting true.
yeah, I'm getting a yes. I think they knew that secret. That's why the advertisers do that. Well, okay, is the King of Wands the next one? Do I get the last part of my to finish my star? No, I took it away. I'm
You
sorry. I had to start that question.
you took it away. You want it back? You
He
can.
wanted, well, he got 3/4, he got 2/3 on the last show. So I took it so I can ask that question on Monday. Sorry. Sorry. So sorry. All right. So who do we got next?
Well, I cannot take these starred questions off.
Yeah, it's okay.
So
We'll
I
keep them
read
on, but let's just follow.
Next one would be as we go
Trying
down.
to see. I got Marcy. Is that the next one you got?
What's the question for Marcy?
Marcy's question is: indigenous peoples used to be called copper-colored people. True? Are copper-colored people actually dark-skinned people who were already here already? Did they lie to us again and told us they were redskins? Well, there is a story of the Anunnakis where they created humans. This is what was said. If you look under Billy Carson, he's the one who, not Billy Carson. What's his name? Billy. Is it Carson? Yeah, he talks about the Anunnakis creating slave people, and each group had their own color, so they knew whose slave they were. So the copper being bronze could be the Native American Indians. They also had one that was blue. And then you're looking at the movies like Avatar. So, but they said that the blue people didn't survive, but we're finding out that they still probably are still here. So, indigenous people used to be copper colored. Okay, that's the first question.
Okay, yeah,
Indigenous people
I'll be right back.
used to be called. Oh, thank you. He
You're
doesn't want
welcome.
to answer that
You can
question.
answer that yourself. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. I don't know how to tap dance yet. Yes, I got a yes that the indigenous people used to be called the copper-colored people. Are copper-colored people actually dark-skinned people who were already here? Believe it or not, we were just talking about this yesterday. California had let's say a tribe or a kingdom. They had a queen, and they were actually dark-skinned people, and they believe that that's where the original African American slaves came from. Dark-skinned people were already here, and that's why I'm dark-skinned people already here. Wow, it's so silent without King, guys. I'm sorry. Yes, dark-skinned people were already here. All right, I think that answers it, Marcy. Thank you for the question. Oh, okay. So the next one, let's go down. We're going by Jen starred questions. If I can find them. Oh, wow. This is really far down. I am trying my best, guys. All right. I think the next one is Mary Jean. Did Puffy's mansion really burn up in the fire? Really burn. You know what? I'm getting a soft yes. But the reason why I'm getting it, what my downloads is saying, and we'll see if Dennis comes back and verifies this, is they're kind of burning it so they can go in and expose more information. Did they only do half of some of his mansion? Go in to find the information. Wow, there's a lot of story over there, guys. So we'll see.
A lot of story over where.
All right, Mary Jean had the question: did Puffy's mansion really burn up in the fire? Let's see what you get. What you get? Here, I'll be a little southern just so we can get that flair in here.
The first mansion.
Oh, how many?
He's got more than one.
Yeah, but they're talking about the California fire one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I got that. I don't think a lot of it. I think they're trying to get info out of it.
Yeah, tunnels are still intact.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to find there's going to be a lot more disclosure coming out of that.
Yep.
All right. Now, should I put you on hold and get Schneider, or should I answer the next one? Let's see.
Well, I can answer the next if you want. The
Okay.
next two that Colleen has.
Look at him, such a man. I can answer two. La-di-da. Right.
Why are some of us targeted for abductions? Ooh, maybe I can't answer that one.
Well, I can.
Well, then answer it.
It's part of, well, it depends on which
Part
abduction.
of the contract?
Yes. Is it negative abduction because we also got taken to remove the negative?
Yeah, I'm getting not all of them are negative. Some of them are positive.
Yeah. That's what I mean. We are targeted because our contract is here to be the light workers. So if the negative tried to abduct us and put a little tracker on us or change our pineal gland, then we're not here fulfilling our contract. We're actually being like what's NPCs. But we also got abducted by the good off-worlders who helped offset those negative trackers.
Yeah.
There, go ahead. Answer the next one.
Well, the next one
doesn't have anything
to do with who we were. Well, I think we just answered that. Basically, no. It's whatever the contract was in this timeline.
Yeah, because we all signed the contract that we're here to change the world. All right, what's the next one? He stopped barking. Either he's frozen or he's calmed down.
Did you know that you can actually jump into a volcano?
Yes, you can.
But only once.
Only once.
Good one, Terry. Isn't 2025 the year of the snake? Correct.
Yes, we did. We answered that.
Dragonfly. My nephew told my hubby that he has been having visions or dreams and want to talk to me. Can spirit confirm what I feel is happening to him?
You missed one before. We're going to go back up one after that.
Did I?
So, no, we'll finish Dragonfly and then we'll go to Katrina.
Katrina.
Okay. Sorry.
What are you
Sorry.
talking about?
No. Dragonfly. I got QQ with my nephew beneath
QQ.
that.
Oh, Katrina's
So-
the next one.
Okay, go for it. My nephew told me.
Can Spirit confirm what Dragonfly is feeling, or what she feels is happening to her? I'm getting a no. I don't know. Maybe it's just not letting me know.
Is Dragonfly 17's nephew having visions? Ask the question if Dragonfly's nephew is having visions, because I got a yes on the visions.
Okay, is Dragonfly's nephew having visions or dreams? Yes, he is.
Okay, now ask
And,
if you
and want to talk to Dragonfly.
Unless you want to talk to Dragonfly regarding those visions.
And I get a strong yes.
But
Now she wants to know if Spirit can confirm what she feels is happening to him.
so now we have to ask about Dragonfly's confirmation. There's more to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's more to it.
but
You're
she's
right.
on the right track.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easier when you have to rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't get the vibration in my hands, it's like
Yeah.
that's
If
what
you
you're-
don't get the answer that you want,
no, if I don't get a feeling, that means it's like, well, you got to rephrase it.
yeah. Usually I get the use a pendulum, I'll get the maybe.
Or the 8-ball. Okay, Trina's.
Katrina, has the Resnick family in California been taken care of by the White Hats?
Okay.
I don't even know who the Resnick family is.
The Resnick family has controlled majority of the water in California.
Oh.
So I'm sure they're deep state or dark, but she wants to know if they've been taken care of by the White Hats.
I'm working on it, but I have a very strong yes.
Yeah, they're in the middle of it.
Yeah, almost complete.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
They're not fully yet taking care of them because they want the Californians and the world to understand why there is a water shortage. So
That has to come out.
it has to be shown because right now, no fire hydrants have water to douse out the fires. And
Right.
did you know that 3 months prior to this fire, insurance companies took out
Yep.
fire protection?
Yep.
Let's do this.
It's almost like they knew what was going to happen.
They still have the playbook, don't they?
And to all of those that don't think insurance is a scam,
All right, here we go.
Dragonfly again.
Yeah.
Is my nephew part of my galactic family?
Dragonfly's nephew part of Dragonfly's galactic. Oh boy. Not all of them.
No, she's just asking about the nephew.
Yeah, not all the galactic families. Like she has quite a bit. He is of how many? Can you tell me how many? Because I can't. Ooh. Is there 3? What did you show? I wasn't looking. Yeah, that's what I said, 3. And that hurt. That was a real bad hurt.
She has 3 galactic families.
Yes.
And yes. He is a part.
Yay! Mary Jane. Is anyone else waking up in the middle of the night wanting to eat?
No.
No, it happens anytime for me.
Food.
I'm like, let me have some
Just
more.
mention food and I'm hungry.
Yeah, see? And chocolate covered. Let me get some more chocolate covered almonds. Because that's not considered eating. That's just snacking. All right.
I'm looking. Micah. Bonita.
Where are
Micah.
you? Micah? Bonita?
1241 years. There is a council of 200, aka deep state. Are they the fallen angels?
There's a council of 200. We've talked about that.
Is the council of 200 the fallen angels?
We've talked. Well, we've talked about that. They have that building of peace or pyramid of peace. They have 200 seats there, I believe it is. You don't think they're all? They're probably not all.
Not all.
Yeah, but some of them are.
The ones that are not chained up, yes.
Okay. There was a question here that Marcy wrote. Is the ring of ice have to do with the snake?
The ring of ice.
The rings of ice. And I'm thinking, I thought of this as the ice wall. And that's why I said, are we first the ring of fire, then the ring of ice in order to expand our Earth or our planet? Oh, wow.
Which one are you on? Same one?
She didn't put question on it. She just asked me the question. It was right after Mary Jean asking about the anybody want to eat, wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh.
But she asked about the ice, and that's pretty nice. Yeah, I really think we have quite a bit of ice of walls to protect us from in this prison planet. Not protect us, but prevent us from expanding out in this prison planet. That's what I got to download just now. Wow. Are we going in? And wow. Okay. Sorry. I have my own brain is working on questions. I think there are all elements rings, Dennis. There's earth. There's earth. That's
the 4 elements.
Yes. Like the Great Wall of China could be the earth one. They also have one that I just realized there's one in Spain that looks like a Great Wall.
One in the U.S. too.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's 4 elements of rings.
Angie has a question for you.
Who?
Angie.
Okay.
At
Are we down
12:46.
there? Are we down there? Because we did answer
Yeah.
what is who. Angie, let's see, what did Angie write?
12:46.
Okay. I'm looking on Angie. Okay.
Where did
I
you
start to energy heal?
Mhm.
Okay. Angie, I started as my higher self telling me to study shamanic. And then I started after shamanic, I did a deep dive into intuitive healing. But ever since I was a kid, my hands were always numb. So I don't know if I had that in me, but I didn't know how. I couldn't do Reiki. Every time I tried to do Reiki, I would fall asleep. So I found Pranic Healing, Pranic, Pranic Healing, and they do have classes to teach you how to energy heal. If you go on Master Ko's YouTube channel, Anchor to Light, he's the first person I found on YouTube that did this energy healing. Okay, I hope that's it.
All right, Marlene's next.
Okay.
Nadia and Mike have talked about Greenland with. Never mind.
No,
That's
I think she wants us to talk about Trump won in Greenland. There was something my father said today about Biden planning to annex it today. And I told my father he's a lame duck. He can't do anything like that. So.
But is it Looking Glass?
What?
Is where she stopped? Nadia and Mike have talked about Greenland with Trump wanting to, but I think it's supposed to be is it Looking Glass?
Is it Looking Glass?
Yeah, further down she put in Looking Glass.
I know Trump.
So there's a reason why Trump wants Greenland because of Looking Glass. Or did they see it in Looking Glass?
Okay, so how do you want to question that, Dennis?
Let
me go down and see if Marlene No, she didn't repost it.
Is Trump mentioning Greenland because he saw the acquisition in Looking Glass?
It's Trump looking at Greenland because he saw it in Looking Glass. Do they not want to tell me?
No, I got an answer.
What you get?
Maybe rephrase the question.
What was seen in Looking Glass?
Did Trump see the acquisition of Greenland through the Looking Glass in the future?
Okay, I got it. Did Trump see the importance of Greenland through the Looking Glass? Okay. Did he see the importance of it? That I got a yes.
Yeah, I got a strong yes.
Yeah, that I got a yes. So is that a Stargate? Greenland?
Looking Glass? No. Looking Glass.
No. Greenland.
Does it have a Stargate?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's something to do with the galactics, Greenland.
Yes. And there is a Stargate there.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Where are we at now?
We are looking.
We are looking. Keep looking.
You're
That's from the Titanic.
Questions.
That's from the Titanic. Keep looking.
Will this get timed out since Jen is the host?
So far, no. What do you think the divine is? The divine is keeping it up because this is.
I wonder if we're going to be able to get off.
We're not.
We're going to have to stay on here until the weather gets better over
here. Like this. Welcome to the 36th hour of Jen show.
Oh, Marcy, I've experienced that in time. No.
But I'll tell you one thing: if we jump out, we cannot get back in because she has to allow us to come back in. So don't do your quick escape, Houdini.
Marcy wants to know whether or not we have straw here for the dog. Helps keep them warm. No, we don't have straw here. It's just she lets my granddaughter, her dog stays out until she's ready to go and take her nap because she has to work tonight. So the dog is already in. Don't worry about that. You haven't heard her bark for a while.
Yeah.
Because she was only out for about 10, 15 minutes to do her thing other than bark.
Well, mine was, but he's out there. It was, all right. I'm not mean. He's a German Shepherd, and they have 2 layers of fur to keep them warm. They actually love it out there.
Too, yeah.
Okay. However, the last snow that came, he was waiting for me patiently that he laid down to sleep, and he doesn't curl up like a little ball like most dogs do. He's
Mhm.
actually out. So when I got him up, it looked like a body, how they trace out the victim.
Yeah.
it was him sideways. It was hilarious. Like, I'm so mean. I let him sleep in this level.
Yeah, this one doesn't curl up either. She lays out.
He just laid like paws out, legs out, and his
Yeah.
tail. There was an
Yeah.
outline of his tail too. That was hilarious. Okay, where are we at? I'm almost where you're at.
I am down at 124 your time so far. Serena, I know that you said questions are closed. If you can, could you look into Freedom Cities? I heard someone say that it's the same as smart cities. Could we be wrong about Trump? So are Freedom Cities the same as smart cities?
All right.
I get no.
When we were in a different timeline, that was true. Their smart cities was going to have us all chipped. The smart cities was going to have all our cars electric. So if you are not allowed to go out to work because we were going to be enslaved, your door in your home would not open because it was not your time to go outside. That was the old agenda. Now that we are in a higher timeline and we're in a very beautiful timeline with high frequency and love, Freedom Cities is, well, you might not. I don't know about
we're probably more of us are in 4D rather than 3D right now.
Yeah, we are. We're in 4. Well, when you guys are here asking these beautiful questions, yeah, you know where you're at. But now the timeline has changed where the Freedom Cities will actually protect communities instead of be under the restrictions of 3Ders because most of them don't understand this stuff yet.
I am getting as far as the second question goes. Trump is still the spirit of David.
But he is also, it is not Trump. He is just the face.
Yes.
We have everybody, including the galactic families or the Galactic Federation, that are telling him what he needs to say, that are, he does have free will, but however, most of this has been scripted. Like his comms, whatever he says, it has a calm to it. So, yeah, and, when you're living not in fear and you have faith in our Creator, you are protected. Just make sure you keep your high frequency, meditate, pray, because that makes your aura stronger and further out. So none of this, affects you.
Nadia, are you congested? You sound a bit different to Victorious.
Yes. When I came back from Kentucky, I've been driving with Petri dishes in my car. And then I came home and my dad had a cough. And the more I sang Ring of Fire, the deeper my voice got. So I want to blame Johnny Cash to this too.
She brought in the spirit of Johnny Cash.
Oh, okay. Ready? Here we go. Burn, 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 ring of fire. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's end with Johnny Cash because
we're not done with the questions yet.
Okay.
Marlene wants to know if Greenland's part of the 7 kingdoms.
Interesting. Is Greenland part of the 7 kingdoms?
Soft, yes.
Very soft, yes. Oh.
I know why she's asking.
Okay. Is it what, because of prophecy?
No, I had brought out is
Greenland
out there on the internet or in Telegram. There is a page showing which countries are part of the 7 kingdoms. Greenland was not on it.
Dennis asked if Greenland was the 7th kingdom is the galactic kingdom.
Yes.
That's nice. Wow. Something special there.
So what's the seventh kingdom? It's
I
not
think it's a
Greenland.
I think
Is
it's a
Greenland
higher
part of the second kingdom or seventh kingdom?
I think it's part of a higher density kingdom, not the kingdom that we have now.
Yes, Greenland is part of the seventh kingdom.
Density
Of a higher density.
of a higher density, yeah. Cool question.
Was the real Trump and Melania at the funeral?
Okay, Trump was not the real Trump. It was almost like, oh my God, that's funny. Was that Trump? Was that Alec Baldwin?
It wasn't the real Melania either.
Yeah, but
They're
was
both
that
wearing
Trump?
masks.
Was that Trump? Was that Alec Baldwin?
No.
Because, yeah, I knew it wasn't the real. And Melania, like Jen mentioned before, we're going to keep adding Jen because this is her show. She mentioned, like, Melania, we know that her dresses always have a calm to it.
Right.
But, like, her
mentioned
hair looked like she went through a wind tunnel. And that's not Melania.
Well, unless it was actually windy outside.
Yeah, I know, but they fix it before. Come on, there's the cul bathroom.
I had no idea that she has a hairdresser inside the church.
No, you just fix it. A lot of them had, oh my God, a lot of them had funky hair. That was funny. I'm like, I could actually go there. But no, they were actors.
Yeah, I'm not getting who it was, but it wasn't Alec.
I just kept looking at
I'm
his.
getting the first, everybody in the first two rows were wearing masks.
Yeah. Which was funny because, like, Kamala's always joyous and happy, and she was actually getting frustrated by Trump and Obama having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the first tip off that wasn't the real Trump, because I don't think he would have been joking around with Obama.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see when he walked in. I don't know if he shook hands with any of them, but I was watching.
All right, that's it. Let me double check the coffee pages.
Pages is this?
I'm good. Jen. Refresh. Nope, she's good too. All right.
What?
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 What? Hey, damn it. What?
I forgot I was on the show. I'm like, what? What happened?
All right. Well, let's attempt to go off.
We can't. That's the problem. We're on a marathon right now. So, guys, let's do a 3-hour meditation.
Well, I have a show tomorrow.
We'll do a gratitude. Hope everybody can raise the vibe, even though it's cold and we have snow in places that never had snow. We hardly have snow.
Yes.
Oh, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. You came in at the last minute.
Yeah.
There's a map on Telegram showing Canada and Greenland were part of North America in 1942.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, very
interesting. Roundtable on Monday will be hosted by myself for Q&As.
Mm-hmm.
And then my show tomorrow, which was rescheduled from yesterday.
They talked about the houses. Yeah, it's all revealed, guys. The houses that are being burned. I mean, there's so many ways of talking about this. Sorry, Dennis. I know you wanted to get off, but I know we can't. That's the problem. So, come here, buddy boy. Are you cold, Mama? Oh, you wouldn't even look at me. Schneider, come here. Come here, Mama. Are you cold? Oh, he's so mad at me. I left him out. Oh, it's been said that Obama was played by Denzel Washington. Yeah, I mean the nefarious is trying to burn so they can hide all what's it called, proof, witnesses, whatever, you know, videos, but also it's being burned because they need to move people out of there. You know, so we know that there's a lot of cleanup going on. So we just keep prayers. We don't say them versus us. We still pray for the innocent. We pray for the animals, and you know, whatever happens, if it's cleanup or whatever is God's plan is meant to be. All done. Let me text Jen and see if she can cancel the show. How's that? Or she can turn off.
We can probably try and get off ourselves. I don't know.
You will get off. Wings told me to tell King of Wands he waited all week and has finally earned. No. No. Come on. No. I'm sending that to her. Sorry, Wings. You didn't hear me. Sorry, King of Wands. You didn't hear that.
I will see you all tomorrow.
Well, let me get her. Hold on. Let me see if I can call her. How's that? You wanna jump out?
Well, I do, but I don't know. I think we can both jump out.
Hey, Jen. Guess what? We're still on.
Hi.
Can you guys hear Jen? I have you on the phone. We're still live. We don't know if we jump out. Will it turn off or will it be like?
We're going to hold a 48-hour meditation.
Yeah, we're doing a 48-hour meditation.
I can't believe it's still on because you need me to host it. And so God's in control of this one.
So I figured that before we end up, you can say goodbye. So you can't get on your computer, period, huh?
Well, yeah, I'm going to click a couple buttons and see if I can just kick you out.
So should we hang on and just say bye and kick us out, or do we want to kick ourselves?
I may try to do it from my phone. So.
All right, you want to give any advice to the chat before we go?
Oh, just enjoy your weekend. Stay warm, and I'll see you on King's show. I'll pick back up with anything I didn't get to answer today. I'll do it on Monday.
Oh, we already did. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you.
You're in good hands.
Love and light.
Love and light, guys. Jen's going to try to press buttons. I'll babysit. I have to check
if either press buttons or poke the pears.
Yeah, I got to keep an eye on King of Wands. He might like mess around with the people here.
Oh, okay.
Create a mutiny. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, all.
Bye.
That's a nice picture. Should I do it too? Oh, that would be so cool. Hold on, Dennis. Let's do before and after. Here we go. Ready? Go. Oh, he left. All right, so guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Like, keep the frequency up. You're watching a movie. We know that. Jen, you still there?
I'm here. I'm clicking buttons. Something's ticking. I don't know.
Something's ticking. For people in the military, guys, you don't want to hear something's ticking.
Let's see.
I'm jumping out. Okay. I'm going to go practice guitar. I got my guitar for Christmas. I'm going to go practice it. Bye.
Bye.